Hello everybody, today I am here to talk all about the book to movie adaptations that I still have not seen. Ever since I started BookTube, even before then, book to movie adaptations have been happening forever really, but I would say, lately over the past 5 years or so in particular that it's really exploded since the book community is getting bigger and bigger each and every year, which I'm super happy about. Film companies, production, whatever, notice books and try to make them into movies. There's a lot now. Like, I used to be able to keep up with it very, very easily because there was, a few every year, but now there's like a lot every year and I am so far behind. So today I'm going to talk about all the ones I still have not seen yet. And what I mean by I still haven't seen yet are the ones I'm going to talk about today are books that I have read, but I have yet to see the movie adaptations. If I had a list of all the books I need to read and the adaptations I have to watch, we would be here for forever. There's some that I'm just not interested in. There's some I'm just behind. These today I'm talking about are the ones that I have read and I have yet to see the adaptation of, and I'm sure I'm missing some even on this list. First up, why have I not watched them yet? Time is the main thing for me. I don't have a lot of time. I don't watch a lot of new things because I'm the type of person that will rewatch something that I've seen 50 times over again, like The Office, Parks and Rec, things like that, rather than watch a new show because of comfort and just time. And I keep saying that, but time is a big thing for me. I don't have a lot of time with a young child, especially with this quarantine. I'm home with him. He's home all the time now. So time is just, what is it? So yeah, that's the biggest thing. Some of them too, I'm just really anxious to watch the adaptation because I've really loved the book, but this is a forever long intro. Get into the book to movie adaptations I've still yet to see. I'll tell you about why in particular with each one of them. First up, these are in no particular order by the way, The Sun is Also a Star. Now I read this book, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, and it's my favorite Nickelodeon book. I love it. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I listened to the audiobook. It's a great YA contemporary book about a girl that is from Jamaica and her family's being deported back to Jamaica, and she is her last 24 hours in New York, and then she meets a guy and they kind of fall in love within 24 hours. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book that I just love so much. And I have yet to see the adaptation of it. I think this one in particular is because I'm just so worried I won't like it, because Nickelodeon's other book, Everything, Everything, I read the book, I liked it, I watched the movie, I liked it, so I'm kind of just nervous. I'm not, I don't know. If you've seen it, let me know. Should I watch it or should I not? Next up is one that I don't think I'm going to watch. I don't know, and that is The Girl on the Train. So The Girl on the Train is one of my favorite thrillers, and it's a very controversial thriller because people hate it or people love it. It is my first thriller that I ever read. I'm still very new into the genre. I read it like 3-4 years ago, something like that, and I loved it. I thought it was a great introduction to the genre, and I was very excited about the movie because Emily Blunt, and I just was so excited. And then I heard really bad things about it, so I've thought I probably won't see this, and I still think I won't see this because I don't like scary movies at all, really, but I've read the book, I already know what's going to happen. But again, like I'll say with all of these, if you've seen it and you think I should watch it, please let me know because I really value your feedback. But this one, I don't know. It's just like I've already read the mystery thrilling aspect. I don't know. But I mean, Gone Girl was such a huge success. The Girl on the Train wasn't, for like the movie adaptation wise. Next up is one that I really want to watch, but I don't know when my heart will be ready to. And that is The Art of Racing in the Rain. So I read this book a long time ago. Like when I first started BookTube, I had just found it, I think at Target or something, and I read it and I loved it. It's all about, forgive me, I will forget a lot of the details because I'm telling you, it's been like maybe 8-9 years since I've read it. It's a book from the dog's point of view, and it's about, the dog, and he has this owner that's a race car driver, and then he meets a girl, and then a lot of sad things happen. In particular with dog books, like, what's going to happen, and it's like your heart is never going to be ready for it. Like, I watched Marley and Me once, never watch it again. So that's why I probably won't watch this movie, or maybe one day when my heart is ready. But I don't think it will be because I think I'm just going to be a freaking bucket of tears when I watch it. I haven't heard a lot about the movie. It's like, it was one of those indie type movies that just came under the radar. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but I love the book, would highly recommend it. The movie, I don't know. Next up is one that I do plan to watch, and that is Where'd You Go, Bernadette. I read this one again a long time ago. This one maybe 6 years ago. So my memory on a lot of these books is very vague. So when I watch the movie, if they changed a lot, I might not even realize it. So Where'd You Go Bernadette is, I think Kate Blanchett's in it, and I believe it's on Hulu. And it's kind of lighthearted, but kind of deep. It's a movie I could definitely watch. If you can't tell, I don't like a lot of like serious things because my heart, I'll just cry a lot and I'm never in the right mind space for that. But again, I haven't heard anybody talk about this movie. I read the book years ago. I loved it. It reminded me kind of Gilmore Girls, the way they were very witty and back and forth banter, like talk. Yeah, I do plan to watch this one. How I'll feel about it, I don't know with all of these. Another one I meant to watch, but I didn't. That is the Netflix adaptation of Let It Snow. So Let It Snow is like a Christmas YA novel. It's by John Green, Lauren Miracle, and Maureen Johnson. And it's 3 short stories and they all kind of interweave together. And I was very excited for the adaptation because I really enjoyed that book. Again, like the theme of this video, I read this many moons ago. But then it came out and I heard nothing but bad things about it. Everyone was like, don't even bother with it. So I didn't. Will I bother with it next Christmas? I don't know. I may, there's, occasion where I just watch kind of weird, not the best Christmas movies. Maybe I'll watch this one. I will tell you right now, I'm not expecting a lot from it because a lot of people have just been like, Next up is a show. I know I said book to movie, but we're going to throw a show in here because why not? And that is Little Fires Everywhere. So Little Fires Everywhere is now on Hulu and it's a show and it comes out week to week, I believe. If you don't know, this is a book written by Celeste Ng. I read this a couple years ago, really enjoyed it. I've heard mixed things about the show. I've heard they changed a lot, which I could see because they want to make it much more thrilling and mysterious, and I could definitely see why they made those changes. I do plan to watch this. My fear with it is what they're going to do with Big Little Lies. I really enjoyed Big Little Lies season 1. I never watched season 2 because I didn't think it needed to be done because the book was a one and done book and I don't think you need to expand on that anymore. So I didn't watch season 2 because I was like, there's really no point. So I don't know if they're going to do that as well with Little Fires Everywhere. Are they going to make a 2nd season and a 3rd season? I don't know why they would do that because if it was a series of a book like I don't mind because the story's still being continued. It's still being written, but with Little Fires Everywhere and Big Little Lies, it's like just that one book. So if you watch the show, let me know if you know it's going to be like multiple seasons or just this one season and done. It's got Reese Witherspoon, who I love and adore, she's a huge advocate for book to movie adaptations lately because she's got her book club. She's behind Daisy Jones and the Six coming out on TV, which I am very excited about that. I think that will be a great segue for it to go to TV. Whether or not it's going to do good or be good, who's to say? But she's put a lot out. She's put Big Little Lies out. She's really strong, and I think taking books and making them great translations into movies or shows. So I do trust her, but I just don't think we should expand on them any more than we need to. But I do plan to watch it eventually. You girls behind. Next up are a couple of movie series that I have read the complete book series. Don't even plan to watch the movie series really, and that is Divergent. I have seen Divergent, the first movie. It was okay. You guys know my feelings to Divergent. When I first read it a long time ago, even before BookTube, it was my favorite. I loved 4. I loved Trish. I was there for all of it. And I liked Insurgent, and then Allegiant came out and I was like, ugh. And the movies came out and they just got catastrophe after catastrophe after catastrophe. So I was like, just forget it. So do I ever plan to watch these? No, don't even have an inkling of like wanting to watch them. I know that's harsh to say, but I'm trying to be realistic. So I don't know. Also, The Maze Runner. I saw the first movie. It was okay. I don't really have a desire to continue on with the movie series. I actually haven't heard too many things about it. I don't know if it stayed true to the books or if it didn't. I don't know. I like The Maze Runner. It's a great series. I did not love the ending of it, but I do think it's a solid YA dystopian series, which is a whole other question of like, why are we making so many YA dystopian series into movies that just don't do that great? Fifth Wave, Divergent, Maze Runner, like, I don't know if we should just like let go of that. But yeah, those are some that I definitely just don't, it's never gonna happen. I know if you love those movies, that's great. I'm so happy you love them. Congrats. That sounds so harsh, but I really mean it. Like, I'm so happy you like them. Next up is another one that I definitely do not plan to watch, and it's going to be a little bit of a rant right now, and that is Ella Enchanted. Ella Enchanted and I, the book, we got a long history. I read that in middle grade. I loved it. It's my favorite middle grade book. I just have such strong feelings toward it. And when I read it, and I was pretty young when I read it, I felt like it was a lot deeper than, you know, I think a middle grade novel usually was. It was very serious, very kind of dark almost. And then when I saw that it was being made to a movie, I was excited, but then I saw how lighthearted and fun it was going to be. And I was like, this is not the proper adaptation. Now, I get they wanted to make it lighthearted and fun, but I didn't feel like it really stayed true to the book, because Enchanted, it was a sad book. Like, that girl went through a lot, and it was just kind of dreary, at least to my knowledge. You know, it was a series, so I didn't like the way they made it to a lighter toned, and I just don't ever plan to watch it, because I think they make it, like, I don't want to say gimmicky, but they just make it fun and happy and la la la. And I'm like, I don't think that those connections go well together, because the book was much more serious tone, in my opinion. If I'm wrong, please let me know. I have no problem admitting I'm wrong, just so you're aware. I make mistakes constantly. If you've seen the movie, let me know. Is it really as lighthearted as they've like marketed it as? Or I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't have a desire to watch it. It makes me sad that they made it that way, but it is what it is. And the last movie I have on here is Before I Fall. This was written by Lauren Oliver. I read the book. I didn't really love it. And I've heard the movie's actually pretty good. So will I watch it one day? I don't know. But I don't... There's no good reason other than like the series one and stuff like Ella Enchanted why I haven't watched any of these yet. The list is growing longer and longer for me. There are some that I stay really on top of, like You, the show. That's addicting. I can binge that thing. Why can I binge that thing and not watch these movies? That's a great question for me to answer and not have an answer to. So I guess the whole point of this video is to share with you that I'm behind on these and I'm okay with it, I think. But seriously, if you've seen any of these that I have talked about, let me know. Are they worth watching or are they worth not? Because I used to really be very, very, like, I had to read the book and I had to watch the movie. I used to be a very big proponent of that when I first started BookTube. Now I'm like, you know, whatever. If I read it, that's great. And if I watch the movie, that's great. Even there's a lot of adaptations I've seen that I haven't even read the book of, and I don't plan to read the book. So I'm very much more loose about it with, you know, because I had time and all that stuff. Anyway, long video over. Seriously, let me know. Any of these books, the movie adaptations you've seen, should I watch? Should I not watch? Please let me know. And I'm sure I've missed some. If I have, please also point that out to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.